All right, good afternoon, everybody. It is a Wednesday. And good to have everyone here. Lonix, Jason, good to see you guys. Hey, Ken. Hey, Shin. And it is pretty good at keeping the room warm. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Russell. Hey, James. Howdy, Knocka-Knocks. Hey there, Biker. Apologize for not being around yesterday. Yesterday, I was actually able to get the car out. And pretty much had to spend the day going and getting things from town. While it was, you know, serviceable. Because the main roads were okay. But they froze over again last night. So I had to get things while the sun was up, you know. And, man. Tell you what is hard to sleep with. The sound of, why am I wearing clothes? Oh, well. The sound of, scraper trucks driving by on the interstate. Ooh, buddy. Those are loud and annoying. Hey, Death. Hey, Siren. And Biker Waffle's doing alright, although I had to chase him out of my seat again. He prefers my seat. And then he gets whiny. Ah, yes, Ken. No problems at all. Well, you see, Siren, I've got like a little space heater. Now. And it helps a lot. Russell, for now, I do. I got it back from the dealer. Although, they wanted to come back to check on things, and I am cautious about them actually doing anything. The price ended up being suspiciously cheaper than originally advertised. Hey, Sorcerer. Howdy, Charmed. Ooh. Knock, that couldn't be, Ram, could it? And Randir, did I say hi? I don't remember if I said hi, man. I want to leave you out. In case I didn't say hi to you, it's good to see you. Hey, Ethan, not too bad. Not too bad, all things considered. Let's see, can I put one in my hand today? I can. My God. Oh, Sorcerer, if you haven't played in a few days, no. Bunkers will still be... If Bunkers get any sort of update, it probably won't be until the next patch drops. Sadly, unless it is just something absolutely bonkers, it takes them a minute at times to address issues like that. For example, the whole sea pretty much cannot trade with it at all. It does not work for trade. Gonna be like that probably till March. Which is annoying, but I mean, you can get by without the whole sea. It's just aggravating. And Wolf, how you doing today, man? Oh yeah, no, bunkers are fun. It's just between the elevator issues or people spawning in walls and whatnot, it can get annoying when you can't complete it. No, didn't the finals just come out? Could it be an issue with the game? I know everyone's been playing that recently.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Now, all my haulers. Well, the C2's here. I guess I can use that to get back to Grim. Grab my caterpillar.
Your personal belongings are your personal responsibility. Monitor your luggage at all times.
Ethan, what do you mean it has double the refresh rate? You mean as far as, like, restoring ammunition? 'Cause that sounds about right. Oh, Divine, we're not going to be using it. I'm basically going to take it as a taxi to get back to where I have all my other ships. So I prefer my Caterpillar. But I know the C2 is better in just about every way, but... much prefer my cat. Hey, mother fig.
Thank you. And please you are clear to operation.
Alright, let's get this thing out of here. Wait, Ethan, is the lower number better for the refresh? Ooh, that's all lit up at once.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Oh yeah, Biker. That was one of its first features. Like, when it first debuted, everybody was using it as a grappling hook. Then it just kind of calmed down. Oh, Bruce, they're out there. There's people with good taste. Russell, I've just got a TS2 in it right now. Especially since I pretty much only use it as a taxi. Yeah, see, Ethan, that makes me want to go back and play around with my Buccaneer again. I love my Buccaneer. Oh yeah, Biker, that's been in for, oh, probably a good, what, year now? I mean, it doesn't come up a lot. Hmm. Hey, AJ, not much. Going back to Grimm so I can pick up my caterpillar. James, I feel like it needed to probably be about a good hour longer. I really enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed it going back to the 90s and Beast Wars characters finally getting to be on screen. My biggest issue was it had to establish a lot of characters in a relatively short amount of time. And due to that time frame, there was not a lot of time for character development or even dialogue. Because, like, literally Rhinox gets 0 speaking lines. He's just kind of hanging out, and I mean, honestly, Rhinox would probably prefer that. Like, Airazor doesn't even get to transform. Like, she is probably the one who is on screen the most, and it feels like the maximal characters weren't really around, you know? And, like, my man Pablo, I'm sorry, Wheeljack got, like, all of, what, 2 lines? Like, I wanted a dedicated 30 to 45 minute session for just Pablo alone. He's my favorite. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, the Transformers community renamed the Rise of the Beast Wheeljack character to Pablo as an affectionate nickname for him. Because on the side of it, on his vehicle mode, it says, like, Pablo's TV repair. But anyway, yeah, no, like, because, you know, they had to establish, like, hey, we're Autobots, I'm Optimus, you know, we got RC down here now, and Mirage and all that. So you had to establish, like, a whole new cadre of protagonists. You had to introduce the Terracons and kind of give them a light explanation. And it's like, oh, hey, by the way, here's a bunch of other new characters. And I feel like it probably needed a good extra hour. Just so you could really have all that. But then it becomes a Michael Bay film again, but just with better dialogue and direction. Hey, Raymond. Yeah, Ethan, I remember Street Sharks. Biker Mice from Mars. Samurai Pizza Cats. There was also another show very similar to Street Sharks, but with dinosaurs. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I can't off the top of my head, though. You remember when Vin Diesel did, like, the 1995 Toy Fair? Was actually, like, showing off the Street Sharks, like, puppet toys? Honestly, James, I don't. Like, this is an issue Hasbro has had. Hasbro has been trying to cross-promote with all of their other IPs. And I get it. Hasbro's entire thing is, yeah, man, we'll get this one IP to advertise for this other IP, and that IP will advertise for this other IP, and that's cool and all. But man, like, let Transformers be Transformers. Let G.I. Joe be G.I. Joe. Because, like, now we're gonna have to have a movie where, you know, Destro gets teamed up with Soundwave, and Cobra Commander and Starscream have the same voice actor, and they have to say, no, I sound totally different from him. And, yeah. Like, I feel like a brand should be able to stand on its own. Also, oh god, what was his name? What was his name? There's a guy in G.I. Joe who should never be allowed anywhere near a battlefield. Honestly, he shouldn't be allowed near a crayon. What was his name? He was like the explosives expert, like he had a rocket launcher, football helmet. I watched an episode of G.I. Joe for the first time a few months back. And, no, it wasn't Snow Job, although, man, what a name. What a name. But this guy pretty much spoke in one-word sentences. Or just, like... letting this man into the military was a war crime. Actually, Bruce, I can tell you all about where Optimus' name comes from. Wasn't the fridge? Hold on, let me look him up. Bazooka. Yeah, Bazooka. Letting Bazooka anywhere near a job site. Like, that man needs a permanent chaperone wherever he goes. Like, I watched an episode of G.I. Joe where, like, Cobra tricks them into entering, like, a fun house. And... oh, dang it. Like, watching that absolute bovine of a man attempt to do any sort of interaction was just a crime against humanity. Like, one-word sentences, one-word questions, just, like... it was just incredibly painful. Hey, Squirrel. And Ethan, I remember those parody videos, or like the parody Transformers ones too, like Dr. Smooth. Man, those were classics. Well, Raymond, he specializes like in Arctic warfare. You know, with the skis and all of that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Look at that.
Welcome.
I mean, Muzz, I watched a lot of bad things. I've watched a lot of bad things. That is for sure.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Hey, Squirrel, I guess I could take him now, couldn't I? Tell you what, let me get down to the hangar and I'll take him. Ethan, I remember there was like a water character, I forget his name. But there was a PSA where these kids were like, hey, let's go swimming in this thunderstorm. And as they enter the water, the guy comes out of the water to tell them off about, you know, don't swim during a thunderstorm. But it's like, dude, you are hiding in the water, waiting for them to come do this just so you could tell them off. Like, you are the perpetrator here. Like, you are the worst person in this situation. All right. Let me throw back some pills. There we go. All right, pills are taken. Pills are taken. Whoops. And I know they had to put the PSAs in there because the government decided that cartoons had to have at least some sort of moral or, you know, teaching value instead of just being a toy commercial. So like, screw it. We'll just put some PSAs in there to make it qualify. He-Man had to do the same thing. Because someone at Mattel was like, hold on. What if the cartoon was the commercial? That's right, red lasers and blue lasers. Or purple if you're a Decepticon. Squirrel, you off to work? Oh yeah, Silverhawks, Visionaries, Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. Squirrel should get some time off, man.
Landing gear up.
What are we doing today? Do we go for RMC? Do we go for something else entirely? Oh, good, Squirrel. I think you need more time off, though, man. Oh, yeah, Ryan. Getting those size 5s on there? It might take a while to hit something, but my goodness, when you finally do it. Oh, yeah, James. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. What was the name of that Mantis guy? Who hated everybody. Like, I remember Brack. What was his name, right? Brack? Coyote. No. 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 Well, that sounds right. I remember there being something with a Z. Yeah, Zorak, that's it. Oh, good old Zorak. Hey, Squirrel, do you remember the first episode of Thundercats where they were all naked? That was a weird pilot. I'm glad immediately after they all decided that they should definitely be wearing clothes. Also, Hughes, it's good to see you, man. Hey, off stage. Also, Ken, I'm glad to hear you got your OLED. I went ahead and did it yesterday. I actually got my Switch. So I am ultra broke for the next 4 days. But I did it. Re-downloaded my copy of Pokemon Shield that I bought digitally years ago, thank goodness. And I've been having a time. Hey, Adam. Yeah, that's coming through, man. Coyote, not yet. They're not even going to be able to come out till the snow melts. That's the issue. Like, I've got some space heaters going.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
Like, it's not a money question of getting it fixed. It's the physically getting them out here with the snow to fix it, because the, what do you call it? The neighborhood has not been plowed, and it's got a lot of hills, so getting in and out of the neighborhood is kind of difficult. You know, James, I've been really tempted to stream it. I could stream some Pokemons. Ken, I might need to try it out. And Raymond, they do, but our main HVAC unit is out. And the backup is on its last legs. James, what you want to know about Pokemon? Like, why is it fun? Or just, like, how things work? Artex, really? I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I just... Really? Really? Man, that's... Whew. That is no good, dude. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so very sorry. Yeah, Russell. We had like 10 inches of it. A little bit less now, but you know, it's refreezing into ice. Okay, so James, if you never played it before, you might not see the appeal, but like when Pokemon first hit in like 1997 or whatever, as far as like a, you know, a Game Boy game goes, you know, I was really young, dude. I was like 8, 9 years old, so that nostalgia really helps carry it over. But, you know, it's like going out into the world first time, beating up some of the local wildlife, finding your favorite ones, and then training them all nice and strong, and going and beating up other people with them. Like, it's really just an RPG. Like, it is like baby's first turn-based RPG. But like, okay. Put it like this, James. Put it like this. There's a Pokemon called Clobbopus. It's an octopus with fists. It's fighting type. And it punches things. You know I have to have that. Like... Just like, one, I enjoy a lot of the pun names that they have. And yeah, like what Jim says, like, it was revolutionary at the time, and, you know, it hasn't really been able to keep up with the same revolutionary innovations, but... Or like, Sword and Shield takes place in what is the Pokemon version of Britain, and they have everything from bad dinosaur fossils to making curry for your Pokemon to what's that other super British thing they had in there? Anyway, it's really interesting to see Japan's take on the Pokemon version of England. Yeah, it's literally, Pokemon is just short for pocket monster, because, you know, it goes in your pocket. Japanese naming of things is quite literal. Honestly, Nakanox, I think it's the Alolan version of Executor. He's just such a goofy goober. Either that or Magikarp. I love Magikarp. He's useless. He's never gonna win a fight, but yet he keeps trying. Yes and no, James, because you are hunting monsters, but you also want to catch them and train them up. You're fighting with them, like they're on your side. Like you catch it with one of your own, because like at the start, you get one handed to you. You get to pick one of the starters. And then you just, you know, you fight with it, train it stronger, you catch more, you build out a whole team of them. Hey, Stout. Oh, man, I'm trying. I am trying, man. And yeah, Squirtle. I was a Bulbasaur kid. I named mine Bulby because I was a child. Man, like, okay, like, hey, Adam! Thank you, Adam. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, like, okay, like, I would say... similar to Ark, but without the survival aspects. Like, nothing happens to your character. Like, as a human child, you don't take damage or get beaten up. It is all about your Pokemon. Now, like, if all your Pokemon faint or get knocked out, you basically black out and wake up in the last city you were in. Missing some money. but it's more turn-based RPG style too. But yeah, I would say you could see some similarities between Ark and Pokemon. Nice, Zenith. I've actually got a little Magikarp plush up on my shelf and a Snorlax in my bed. Found him at Target. He was tiny and soft and makes a great pillow. Also, like, for a kid show from the 90s, it had an amazing theme song that did not have to go as hard as it did. Which really kind of tracks with a lot of kids show from the 90s. You know what? Before we buy... Nah, Jim. Was shopping at Target. They had a Snorlax, little Snorlax stuffed animal. It was super cute. Bought it like it's so soft. Just seeing if there's anyone I need to look out for, which... If there is anybody, nobody that I know off the top of my head. Heck yeah, James. Thank you, man. Thank you, buddy. Hey, thank you. Oh, man. Team America. I did enjoy Team America. Biker hold in. Although, I don't remember if there's anything different between doing it solo versus having someone else on board. Yeah, honestly, the first Pokemon movie, I would say is still definitely worth a watch. Like, it holds up incredibly well. Has some great quotes. Oh yeah, Ken. Like, they always are. Like, they have a huge media franchise. And they do a good job of keeping everything associated together. All right, let's see if we can get out of here. Oh yeah, Muzz. You know, Muzz, funny you mentioned that. When Pokemon Go first came out, like, I was playing a ton of it. Like, I played a lot of it for years. I use it for exercise. I do 50 kilometers a week. And, anyway, like, the first couple of weeks it's out, I'm being idiots with my friends, like, let's go to the graveyard to catch some ghost Pokemon. And, we go to the graveyard, and across the road from the graveyard is just trees, like it's a forest, because it's Arkansas. And, like, we're on the graveyard doing Pokemon, and I see movement. Like, movement from a very large object in the woods. Like, what in the world? So I go to investigate, and it's a horse. It's a freaking horse. At midnight, in the woods, just walking around. Like, no tack, no horse equipment. Just horse. And I hated that. I hated every second of that. I hated that so much. Oh, Biker, I'm sorry, man. Oh yeah, James, like, Pokemon's definitely still going. Jim, I did not catch that horse. I hate horses at night. Horses at night is the worst time to ever encounter a horse. I also found an open casket at a different graveyard while playing Pokemon Go. That one was really weird. Like, really, I should probably just stop going to graveyards while playing Pokemon Go. Yeah, Raymond, like, it was just chilling in the woods. Like, 30 or 40 feet in. Oh, Akron. Pokemon Stadium was revolutionary. Being able to see your Pokemon in 3D and fight and having the announcer. You know, they, if you have a Switch, you can actually play Pokemon Stadium if you have, like, the Switch Online expansion pass, which is really expensive, like $50 a year. It's their online, you know, kind of like Xbox, whatever the Xbox version is called. You know, Jim, I did live near a graveyard, like it was half a mile away. But when I was a kid, I played in the woods because I lived in the woods. You know, Jacob, I would. Because, okay, listen, horses are fine in the daytime. But at night, I cannot stand horses at night, dude. And I know that sounds super specific. Because it is. But, I ask people to respect my super niche fears. Because I hate horses at night, man. Hey, Taryn, not so bad. We picked up some RMC. Without incident. I mean, Lonix, that is fair. I mean, because they're literally just ROMs on Switch anyway. Just, you know, legally licensed or whatever. Yeah, Xbox Live, that's it. Thank you, Russell. Ooh, Arcturus. Man. Like, I used to steal computer parts from a warehouse at the college where I took welding classes. I mean, they were ancient computer parts, so, like, basically they were holding on to them because they didn't know what else to do with them. Really, Motherfig? Well, that'll be interesting. Honestly, Jim, I'm cool with clowns, man. I like clowns. Oh, Smoke. Did you survive? Oh, Motherfig, I don't think we're on the same server. We are not. But that is interesting. I would like to see. Oh, come on. Let me jump to Area 18. There we go. Hey, Doe. Oh, we were just talking about things to encounter at night. Like, I prefer clowns to horses. I kind of feel bad for clowns. Like, you had the giant, you know, streak of scary clowns in movies. And that really killed the clown profession. Do you guys know that there is a non-profit called Clowns Without Borders? It's like Doctors Without Borders, but with clowns. They're Clowns Without Borders. Adam, no. Tell me more. You know, Jim, I never got to see that. Killer clowns from space. Well, they weren't actually clowns, remember? Like, they were aliens that looked like clowns. Like Transformers. It's not really a car. It just does Pilates until it looks like a car. Well, yeah, curious. You know, kids need to laugh. You know, bring joy to kids, or at least unite them over an international revulsion. Squirrel. Oh, Mal, I believe it, man. When I was 6, I saw the last, I think, 45 seconds of The Ghost in the Darkness on TV. And I desperately wanted to watch it because it had a train in it. And Mom was like, you don't want to see that movie. I'm like, I do. It's got a train. And then she went, yeah, okay, you can watch it, but I warned you. And it turns out it's about lions viciously murdering, like, dozens upon dozens of people. And really, the train has nothing to do with it. And that terrified me. Made me super afraid of lions. Yeah, now clowns on horses? Yeah, you got a point there, Doe. I might be a little bit more distrustful of a clown on a horse. And Russell, I'm just gonna sell it here. This is the easiest place to unload. See, smoke? That's terrifying, isn't it? Yeah, but that was, but Jim, the clown in Poltergeist, that was a doll, right? Oh, Zalta, you can still do salvaging. Russell, here at Area 18 on ArtCorp. Yeah, Knox, why is that? I have it on Laserdisc. I need to watch it again. Oh man, Are You Afraid of the Dark was the perfect kids show. Like, kids horror is a very niche TV genre. Like, you gotta really straddle the line between a healthy amount of trauma and not too much. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, man, like Ghost in the Darkness. That was... As a kid, that was terrifying. You see, Lonix, when I was 5 years old, my mom married this dude. It was the first time we ever got to live in town. And, like, I had never... Like, I, you know, lived in the woods. So this was the first time for things like cable TV. and the like. And, you know, Nickelodeon was revolutionary to me.
Landing complete.
And my step grandmother, I'm gonna call her my step grandmother. After school, I went to her house and I'd watch Nickelodeon and such. And she lived right next door. And Are You Afraid of the Dark was always the last thing that came on. And it came on right after the sun went down. So that was perfect. Like, even the intro scared me, but I would watch it. And then I would walk next door to my mom and stepdad's house. But it was dark, and I had just seen something scary. So you do that thing where you start walking, and you move a little bit faster, and then you break into an all-out run. And you're desperately trying to get to the house before whatever the thing is that you've cooked up in your mind is in the dark gets to you. And, you know, I could have just watched that over at my house. But I didn't. Every darn day I watched it over there. And then I did the spooky run because, you know, it's just what you do. And it was so fun. I miss that, you know? I miss that a little. That's it, Arcurious. Like, you don't know, like, it's just the dark. The dark's going to get you. It's just this
Welcome
incorporeal
to the ASOP Vehicle
mass of darkness that's going to get you. But you have to outrun it, because for some reason, it runs, like, less than 12 miles an hour. Oh, thank you, Jim.
Want your company to be in good company? Our clubs unique vertically integrated corporate
You know, Zalta, Australia's pretty nice. I'm sure Morocco is, too. I know less about Morocco than I do Australia. Adam, I never did. You want to tell us about Millennium? Yeah, I'm curious. Like, you're never safely away from it. You always have to run as fast as you can, and you get in the door, and you know nothing was after you. But what if it was? What if it was? And Goosebumps. The Goosebumps intro was scary, too, because there was that part with the dog, and they suddenly gave the dog, like, yellow eyes or whatever. And it was so spooky. Man, I haven't seen E.T. in forever. Well, Raymond, that's what makes it scary. Like, once you know what it is, it's not scary anymore. It's the undefinable that makes it so defined. Was that a freaking Corsair? Oh man, Tales from the Crypts. Remember there was one episode where this guy got really messed up and he had to have like a tracheotomy. And I don't know why, but the tracheotomy scared me more than the actual plot of the show. Oh, Knock Knocks. I bet that'd be scary. Like, okay, as a kid, I read this, like, horror book. It had, like, a bunch of, you know, short stories for kids. And one of them had this, like, ghost dog or demon dog who would, like, run into this church and attack and kill people and whatnot. And then finally, like, they traced it back to some crypt or whatever and killed it while it was sleeping. And this terrified me because at my house, we had a pet cemetery where we buried, you know, dead pets and animals and the like. So it's like, man, I got a whole bunch of animal bones, like, that way. Those things could just dig themselves up, go on a rampage. Oh, that'd be creepy. Okay, like, alright. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think The Conjuring is going to do for nuns what, like, creepy clown movies did for clowns? Because, like, after all those clown movies came out, like, clownship or clown... I feel like the whole clown industry just kind of tanked. Like, since we're talking about horror movies and whatnot, do you think, like, The Conjuring is going to, like, reduce nunship? Is that a word? Nunship? I mean, then again, I guess nuns don't really have, like... They don't really participate in the entertaining industry, so... So maybe not. Maybe not. See, curious, I'd watch that. See, Coyote, like, I just want a regular clown. I'm gonna have a clown at my funeral. Not a horror clown, like a nice clown. Like, he can pantomime doing the whole boo-hoo thing as I'm lowered into the grave. Hand out balloon animals to people in the crowd. Hit himself with a pie. You know, Blighty, I didn't get to watch Killer Clowns. But we have been talking about it. Raymond, that's fair, man. That is fair. Fortunately, I did not have that, that upbringing. Very few nuns in the American public education system. Oh, yeah, Zolta, that's still on my to-watch list. I need to go get The Thing on Laserdisc. That's what I need. You know, Tubi has, like, the old Doctors. Like, they actually have, like, several episodes of the first Doctor. And they've done some really weird, creepy flash animations for the episodes that didn't survive. Like, they've got the audio, but no video. And Raymond, I did not. That was the Stephen King book, right? I passed a store called Needful Things in Tennessee. Yeah, Ken, have a good one, man. Enjoy your Switch. No, Buzz. Oh, Jim. Okay. In The Thing, there's that part where they set it on fire after it gets, like, a humanoid shape. Like, it's outside, and it unleashes this, like, unearthly howl. And, honestly, that sound is the most terrifying thing I think I've ever heard. Like, The Thing. That is probably my favorite horror movie. I mean, obviously the John Carpenter one. Oh, Biker, why would you do that? You know, Zolz, I've never seen Gothica.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Hey, Davey. Oh, Granulous. I had those on VHS. With the whole la 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 la
Your
theme
vehicle has been
song and
delivered. Please visit us again.
like the house just shouting "Get out" at the priest after like filling the room with flies and
Want your company to be in good company? Our
the
clubs
walls bleeding.
integrated corporate parks offer amenities such as resource sharing and logistical pairing for our rental partners. Inquire today.
Hey, Umbra. Doing some trade runs, talking about horror movies. Especially ones we saw like as a kid or just like kids horror. I mean, really any subject, but that just happens to be what we're on right now. Actually, Knock-a-Knocks, I haven't. Like, I've heard great things about it, but I never watched it. Hey, Ariel. I mean, I'm on a 3080 Ti. Ryzen 9 5900 and a beefy amount of RAM. Honestly, Lorville messes me up. Area 18 I've always found to be the best, because even when I was on my older setup with a 1070, Area 18 was always silky smooth. Yeah, Jim, like Jack Nicholson has that whole like I have snapped and I'm about to commit violent things in a unsafe manner. Oh, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I know we were talking about The Shining. You're good. You're Gucci. I mean, that's what I've heard, Knock-a-Knocks. Man, I've got a list of like 300 movies that I have not seen that I need to. And just the attempt to put a dent into any of it is so daunting.
You are clear to launch.
Arl, I'm sitting on 64 right now. I was on 32 earlier. And honestly, I haven't seen a difference. I want to say I saw The Shining in theaters a few years back. Like, they had one of those theater showings Cinemark likes to do, like, on Wednesdays, where they have, like, a throwback movie. Yeah, I've seen Alien, but not Aliens. I watched Alien on Laserdisc a while back. And it was slow to get going, but it was enjoyable. But I have not seen Aliens. Haven't seen Parasite either. Best sci-fi. Best sci-fi. What all are we counting as science fiction? Does space itself have to be involved? Because if it does, I'm gonna go Fifth Element. Mata, what did I do? This time, anyway. I'm probably going to go Fifth Element. Because I love how it goes to, like, it goes to, like, a future depiction of Earth and technology and whatnot. but it maintains the zaniness and ridiculousness of human culture. Because, like, I feel like when you watch a lot of sci-fi stuff, everyone acts super serious, is competent, but put in bad situations. Or it's just always more like kids' first stiff theatrical experience. And then, like, you load up Fifth Element, and you've got a bunch of fairly incompetent military folks who are trying to recruit a dude because he's the best of what's left. You've got Ruby Rod, and just everything goes off the rails. Completely off the rails. And I appreciate the way humanity is depicted in the Fifth Element, where it's not this grand, enlightened society. It is still full of a bunch of idiots, but hopeful idiots. Yeah, Muzz, like Chris Tucker knocked it out of the park. That was his peak role ever. And Mata, I haven't, man. There's so many movies I haven't seen, and I'm gonna chalk it up to having a bad childhood where I didn't get to watch movies. Mal, I need to pick up Demolition Man because I also have not seen Demolition Man. I've been slowly picking up all the classic movies I missed on Laserdisc to watch. Yeah, Stout, it really does. Like, Idiocracy and Fifth Element share a lot more than you would think. Also, like, Zorg and Corbin Dallas never meet. Like, honestly, they're not even really aware of each other's existence or how they're affecting one another. Like, Zorg doesn't know that Corbin Dallas exists. And Corbin Dallas only knows about Zorg because it was one of his companies that he worked for, but he doesn't know that he is personally doing anything. Jim, I don't know how to use the 3 seashells. I'm just going to have to swear a lot and grab some receipts for my fines. Wait, hold on, Mal. What's coming back to theaters? Well, hold on. The classic one with the one directed by what's his face? And yeah, Umbra, like Planet of the Apes, I think I actually saw... Okay, the only Planet of the Apes that I've ever actually seen was the Simpsons musical. That was all of like 2 minutes. I've never actually seen any of the actual Planet of the Apes. Yeah, David Lynch. Wasn't that one incredibly controversial? I saw a special of his on Netflix where it's just him, like, ad-libbing with a monkey in a room. And maybe I'm just not refined enough to get it, but I just found it horrendously uninteresting. But then again, you know, I watch things like A Gnome Named Norm. Upworld for some people. So maybe I can't say much. Where is... Oh man, Dread. Now, Mata, I haven't seen it yet, but I do have Dread. Actually, I have 2 copies of Dread on Laserdisc. So if anybody needs a spare copy of Judge Dredd on Laserdisc, let me know. I'll send it to you. Where are you, pickers? Where are you? There you are, Pickersfield. Yeah, see, Jim, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I feel the same about, like, a lot of Wes Anderson stuff. Yeah, see, District 9. I never got to see District 9. Oh, Mata, no, I'll see it on my own time. Also, Mata, I do that thing where, out of spite, the more I'm told to watch something, the longer I take to watch it. And I know it's dumb. But hardcore, it took me like 2 to 3 years after Stranger Things came out to start watching it. Because people wouldn't shut up about it. I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to watch it now. I'm never going to do it. Because I'm a jerk. Do it, Kita. Get a player. Get a... Oh, no. Where's my spot? Where am I? But yeah, get a player. They're not that expensive, right? Or if you just want to get rid of the movies, I'll buy them off of you. Now, Blighty, I did watch Firefly. Like, 10 years after it went off air, but yes. Oh, Raymond, I'm talking about the Stallone one. I'm talking about the Stallone one. And I haven't watched Captain Bucky O'Hare. And I haven't watched Game of Thrones, and honestly, after that ending, I'm good with it. Because, like, okay. When Game of Thrones started, you know, coming out, they did that thing where it's like, oh, a nighttime scene has to be filmed like it's at night, where you can't see anything. And that is some BS, because, like, I'm watching a movie or a show, so since it is a visual experience, I need to be able to see what's going on. See, older movies figured out this thing where you use blue lighting or low lighting so you can see stuff at night, but it's still nighttime. Game of Thrones just makes it a black screen. It's like, oh, it's nighttime. There's totally things going on. And I hate that. Oh, Mabutu, I'm going to watch it. And I'm going to enjoy it. It might not be a good movie, but it looks like a fun movie. I mean, I did watch Theodore Rex. Man, you guys ever watch Theodore Rex? God, that was a disappointment. It tried to be like actual, like, detective noir, but for children. And it didn't really know what direction it wanted to take. Because the dinosaur character totally tries to do the whole detective monologue thing. Doesn't have a zany voice. Yeah, Jim? Like, I feel like it brushed some great concepts that it just never really got around to having fun with. Because, like, you could have totally had some great plot, or at least funny plot, around a lot of its concepts, but it just kind of brushed them off. Like, Theodore literally has to arrest his creator. You could have done great things with that. But they just kind of skedaddle around that whole dilemma. You're not Scrap, are you? I'm glad this place is lit up well. Otherwise, this would be really difficult. And yeah, biker, you're right. You'll have to exit the ship for me to buy.
Landing complete.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Engines offline.
Oh yeah, Raymond. Now, Raymond, I want you to know I am not judging Judge Dredd based on the Stallone movie. I know that a lot of comic book and video game movies, especially from that era, were done notoriously bad. I mean, you know, the He-Man movie, Mario Brothers. I mean, I guess the 80s Punisher movie wasn't the worst thing, but it didn't exactly kickstart the MCU like Blade did. Oh, heck yes, Arcturus. Treasure Planet? Oh, yeah. Honestly, Knockanox, I think so. Like, because that's the thing. You got this dude in Theodore Rex who brought back the dinosaurs. He brings back the dinosaurs, but his plan is to ice age the entire planet and get rid of all the species that he doesn't like and just restart the whole thing. Okay, he got it. Good deal. And some people find out about this and try to go to the feds, but they get knocked over and it gets covered up and it becomes this whole detective thing, but they just keep brushing over the whole, you know, being forced to confront and arrest your creator. Literally the creator of your entire species. Your culture and everything else for this heinous act. And they could have done a great job. Well, AJ, I don't know if Theodore Rex is underrated. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about horror, underrated movies, movies I haven't seen. Oh. Wow. Good placement. Like, A Gnome Named Norm. That was just a movie that had no idea who its audience was. Man, this place has been a ghost town. You guys remember when we used to get shot? Coming to places like this. Like, I miss that. Maybe we should go buy gold. Oh yeah, Galaxy Quest, that was great.
Weapons online. Your systems are online.
Yeah, Jim. I like a little bit of spice in my life. I mean, heck, I own the Spice Girls movie on VHS. Granted, I've only made it through it once, but still. Don't you want to spice up your life? Oh man, Stout. I remember watching that in theater. And, They had that little bit towards the end. Like it was all first person for a bit. Oh, that was fun. You know what? Let's get lazy. Let's do a direct jump. Oh man, Jim, I love Spice Girls, dude. When two become one, favorite Spice Girls song. Yeah, Adam. In the Doom movie, there's a part where it's done entirely in an FPS style, where it's like they're playing the game but live action. Worst movie. Worst movie. Worst movie. Man. Part of me wants to say Theodore Rex, but that's not even true. Maybe The Conjuring 2? Honestly, maybe the first Conjuring. Like, both of them have such a Scooby-Doo plot. Okay, now, I got a question, Jim. When you say worst movie, are we just talking about how badly a movie is put together? Like, are we including movies that are awful but fun? Like, what are the stipulations here? Hey, serious? Yeah, Raymond. We'll be here for a bit, man. Okay, that's what we're talking. Arcturus, okay. God, let me think. Because I feel like I've blocked out a lot of movies like that. Alright, this is probably going to be a controversial opinion. But I think I'm going to go with the Royal Tenenbaums. Like, either that or Suicide Squad, the first one, not the nice one with King Shark. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Wow, no mantises either. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Royal Tenenbaums. I'm not a big fan of Wes Anderson's style. Like, visually, he sets up some nice shots, but it's a lot of very long, drawn-out shots of pastel architecture. And I feel like if you cut out all of the still shots in a Wes Anderson movie, you'd have about 20 minutes of movie. There's just a lot of visually setting the atmosphere. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with Royal Tenenbaums. Long, still pastel shots. And just needlessly characters that are just overtly expressed as being quirky, but are really just depressed jerks. But Adam, I already bought. Like, I decided to take the silly direct route. I've got like 6 million in the hold and no dice. Now, I'm not going to trash anybody for enjoying Wes Anderson because, again, it's not my style. I'm not going to say that it's universally, you know, it's a universal truth or whatever like that. We got so many cutlasses down there for. But the slow atmospheric pacing, or just the whole long still shots of architecture, just does nothing for me. Past that, though, original Suicide Squad. No, wait, no, I take it back. I take it back. Sinister Squad. Sinister Squad is the worst movie I've ever seen. Yeah. It was a, it was one of those knockoff parodies of Suicide Squad, where it's the exact same plot, but with fairy tale characters instead of superhero characters. Yeah. Or Love on a Leash. Love on a Leash was just bad. Like, it wasn't even fun bad. It was just bad. And the thing is, it was made with actual seriousness. Fang Tien should not be in Hollywood. Love on a Leash was one of those that was so bad that I never finished it. And I tried. Like, it wasn't even like a funny haha movie. Like, they didn't make it bad on purpose. The director thought she was legitimately doing something. And, whew. Man. Yeah, no, sorry. I gotta recount that. It is definitely Love on a Leash. Yeah, now Transformers, honestly, I'm gonna go Transformers 2, Jim. I'm gonna say 2 was worse than 3. Because not only is the plot nonsensical, I mean, all the Transformers movies under Bay have been universally bad because the dialogue does not line up with what's going on screen. It's like watching a badly dubbed 70s martial arts movie, but worse. 2 can't even get geography
Proceed to
right.
assigned landing bay.
Wait, hold on. AJ, weren't you in one of those movies, though? Hold on. Tell me about Falling for Christmas. Because, like, in Transformers 2, there's this part where they have to go wake up this ancient Transformer that's been hiding out as an SR-71 Blackbird in the Smithsonian. Which, for those of you who might not be aware, is in DC. Well, okay, the one they go to is actually the one in Virginia. But still, like, it's in the DC area where there's trees and hills. And, so anyway, they go in, they wake him up, he gets all angry, shoves the doors open, and they're suddenly in the desert. They're in the desert. Somehow, the Smithsonian has transported to an aircraft graveyard in, like, Arizona. So they can't even get geography right. And Bay's entire thing was that he said nobody who watched the movie would care. At the same time, they start calling in all these coordinates for these battleships to shoot some Transformers in Egypt on the pyramids. But that doesn't line up where the coast is. So, you know. Yeah, Michael Bay should no longer... He is the Uwe Boll who made it.
You are leaving the safe zone.
Oh, Jim, actually, Transformers have hair. Well, they have metal bits like hair. That's actually been a thing since G1. Rekgar had a mustache, actually a really cool mustache. Alpha Trion had a really cool beard. The Sweeps and Scourge have facial hair. And nails, too. They got some, like, wicked pink nails. No idea why. I think they're going for that, like, low pan look. Hey, Crouton. Artax, not yet. Wait, hold on, AJ. Falling for Chris... Hold on, so you were in a movie with Lindsay Lohan? Man, we got the big hanger. Makes it no fun. Never got to see Last Starfighter. Alright. So, just so we know, and just so we're established, for those who don't know, I grew up in the middle of the woods outside of town. I never got to rent movies as a kid. Like, for Halloween, I won a costume contest where I won 50 free movie rentals in, like, 1997, 98. But by the time that the movie rental place went under, in, like, mid-2000s, like 2005, 2006, I think I had used less than 20 of those rentals. And they were free. Free! We just had to drive to town. It was like 3 or 4 miles, tops. But no, never got to. Every time I wanted to,
Welcome to the ASOP
it was
vehicle
always,
retrieval system.
not tonight. Mom's had too many beers, and I didn't realize that was like an atypical thing.
Transforming worlds to exploring the stars. Our
But yeah,
corp is proud to
never
bring
got to,
universe closer together.
never really got to use those. And yeah, it was a lot, Adam.
Tomorrow's future.
Like, they were offering a lot back then. Yeah, never got to see Batteries Not Included. I actually found a VHS of it in a back alley when I was super drunk once. It was back when I lived in Texarkana. I was at a bar, and I wandered outside. There's a lot of back alleys in Texarkana. I wandered down this one alley near the museum, and someone had thrown out a VHS of Batteries Not Included, and I guess they had missed the dumpster. Wait, hold on, Adam. Your mom wouldn't let you watch Oz, like Wizard of Oz, like Off to See the Wizard, Oz. Although I did see Return to Oz the other day, and that was a trip. That was a trip. Oh, the show about prison. Okay. I have no idea on that show. And I never saw Enemy Mine. I've never heard of Enemy Mine. It was weird. My mom just let me watch whatever. It was just if I could get a hold of it. Man, Knock-a-Knocks, I think I would have liked that. That would have made me have a much larger appreciation for cinema. Like, I worked at GameStop after school. I had the video game version. Got into management there. Oh, yeah, no, crouton. Okay, when I first saw those, like, even as an adult, I was like, my God, that's terrifying. And then they look up, and it turns out it's just a mask, and they're just regular incompetent dudes. It's like, man, if they had just kept that as, like, weird predator roller skaters, like, that would have been perfect trauma. Actually, okay, speaking of incompetent dudes, I've been reading up a little bit more on the Nazgul from Lord of the Rings. And you want to talk about some incompetent henchmen? Oh my God. Like, I fail to understand why anybody would ever find the Nazgul threatening. Like, they roll into the Shire, basically go door to door, offering gold to find out where Baggins lives. Like, imagine being a little guy. Some dude knocks on your door, is like, hello, here's some gold for your trouble. Could you tell us where Baggins lives? We'd like to speak to Baggins. Like, they have regular horses. In fact, they have horses from Rohan, which is kind of weird. I guess that's Wormtail doing things. And, like, they got regular horses. They can't cross running water. And I assume that means, like, they can't walk in the water. Like, bridges are fine. Or maybe jumping over it would be fine. And it's like, oh, but they're scared of fire. It's like, yeah, okay, regular humans are scared of fire. It's like, oh, but their swords can kill people. Like, one cut could kill you. It's like, okay, well, that's also true for a regular sword. And, like, okay, their entire job, the Nazgul's entire job is to find the One Ring and bring it back, right? So they rock up on Frodo and the gang, who has the ring. They know he has the ring. He puts it on in front of them. They stab Frodo. And then Aragorn pops up with a torch, and they leave. Like, they leave because they think Frodo's going to die. Okay, like, that's not what you came here for, man. You didn't come here to murder a hobbit. You came here to get a ring. Like, that is not your job. The hobbit murder is a bonus, but, like, okay. Sauron had Skeletor syndrome, where he just kept hiring and using the most incompetent dudes.
Waiting passengers should be mindful of the platform's edge.
I mean, Jim, that's fair, but, like, did they test it? Like, did they drop a Nazgul in the water and went, oh crap, there he goes?
Stand clear. Doors are now closing.
Yeah, but Coyote, like, they're in front of him. They watch him do it, you know? Also, like, I don't think their ring radar works that well. Like, I feel like they were forced into this job, but they're just going to do malicious compliance, where they just keep doing it as incompetent as possible. It's like, yeah, I'll work for Sauron because I got to, but, like, I'm not going to go out on my way to earn a gold star or anything. Yeah, like vampires and whatnot. And And can you imagine, like, sticking a vampire on an island? Like, does an ocean... Do oceans count as running water? Because, like, they're always flowing, just, you know, kind of on a larger and slower scale. Imagine like a vampire just trying to make the best of it, like hanging out like on one of the Polynesian islands.
Belongings are your personal responsibility.
Like he just gets plopped there and it's like, well, can't do anything about this.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Have to learn how to subsist on coconuts, the blood of dolphins.
Your vehicle has please visit us again. Goodbye.
Thank you for visiting ArcCorp, Stanton's capital.
You know, I haven't even been keeping track of how much money I'm making.
Beneficial and prosperous stay.
We're at 20. What are we even gonna do with it? Exactly, AJ. So he's just hanging out, like he's got his glasses, big floppy hat, so he can live. Trying to figure out how in the world to sink his fangs into a coconut. But Coyote, can they take the pressure? Ooh, Jim, what did you do? Oh, John, no, it's fine, man. Like, I could just go out salvaging, but I don't wanna. Also, remind me that I need to re-glue my headset. The earpiece keeps coming off. And the way it attaches, like it physically broke where it cannot just be slotted back in. So I'm gonna have to super glue it.
You are clear to launch.
Ah, ERTs. That makes sense. I mean, Wolf, wouldn't it still, you know, make their body compacted to like the size of a soda can? Like, I don't think the breathing is the issue. I think it's the not being
Clear to launch.
squished.
Launch complete.
Jim, you could hold a raffle. Impress a newbie. Oh, man. Innsmouth.
Landing gear.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Shield system offline.
Whoops.
Shield system online.
Jim, that is ridiculous. Well, Jim, you could always meet more newbies. And yeah, Russell, have a good one, man. I gotcha, Coyote. Like submarines. Like that one submarine. What was that? Ocean Gate? Sequest. Why does that sound familiar? Man. Ocean Gate. Whew. Yeah, did they just use, like, carbon fiber? I feel like that is not a way to go. Hey, Mr. E. Yeah, AJ. I feel like that's one of those things where some tech bro read about the advancements of whatever, figured it would be fine, built it, and just rolled with it. It's like, we're changing the game when it comes to undersea technology. It's like, no, you're not. There's a reason the game don't change. Oh man, Knight Rider. You know, I kind of feel like, okay, Jim, like, whatever I make characters in D&D, whenever I come to the Ranger, and, like, the Ranger having, like, an animal pet, or what have you, Knight Rider is always the thing that pops up to me, where it's, like, basically the pet is cooler than the main character. Because, like, Knight Rider, everybody liked Kit. Like, Kit was the reason you watched. But for some reason, they kept telling us that the main character was Hasselhoff. I was like, no, buddy. We're here for Kit. Yeah. Anyway, my point was, that's the reason I never make a ranger in D&D. Because I just keep thinking of that. Knight Rider is the reason I don't play rangers. Oh, Mr. E, he's here. He's under Kaipod Adam Warlock right now. And yeah, Jim, have a good one. Thanks for coming by. You know, Knock, I never heard of Hardcastle and McCormick.
Quantum drive is now off.
Yeah, see, I never saw Street Hawk. Knock, when you say judge, do you mean like ordained by the state judge? I guess this is one of those, like, you know, catching criminals outside of the law.
Landing gear down.
What is the claim time on a Cutlass? Like 5 minutes? I mean, Adam, I probably have 2. At 3 minutes is about expedite, right? Yeah, I can get back into that. Shame there's no pirates out here. Real shame. Yeah, Blighty. Okay. Yep, that went through. Yeah, Adam. Jump from this side. There you go. Nope, you can do it. I believe in you. There we go. I just hate when that door takes long. Like, if I could stick these doors open, I would in a heartbeat. You know, Knocky Knocks, I might actually have to. We should take a reclaimer to Wake of Disaster. Just eat all those ships. Num 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 num. Hey, 60s. It's been a minute.
Landing gear up. Hydrogen fuel is at 75%.
All right, best of the 60s. Let's talk 60s. Barry Maguire. What's he been up to? Like, I know he made a sequel to Eve of Destruction. And I think Why Not Stop and Dig It from now on is probably one of my favorites of his. What's he been up to, man? It's been so quiet here. We'll do a direct route again. Just for the hope that some sort of scuffle happens. Or like, what's his name? Creed Batten. Moving on from the grassroots and joining the office. You know, Granos, I didn't think about that. I forgot they've got that going on. That's a shame. I mean, I'm glad they're getting it fixed. Maybe I'll finally do it. Oh, Phaedrus. I don't think I got to tell you, but while I was out getting things yesterday, since the snow had let up, I finally broke down and got that DS. Fal, are you going to be able to make that walk? But I re-downloaded my digital copy of Pokemon Shield, which I think that is probably the first time that I have been thankful of buying something digital instead of physical.
Quantum fuel is at 50%.
Hey, Justin. Yeah, the Nintendo Switch. Sorry, did I say Switch DS? You know, that's the controllers that come off the side. Justin, I'm in Australia. There are 21 people. That explains why it's dead at Pickersfield. You know what? I might just fly into Area 18. 400 kilometers isn't that bad. But I guess it would be faster to jump. Okay, like, I don't know if you guys can see that, like the laser fire. Let me nose it up into the black so you can actually... Alright, so they made this adjustment for some reason where the top centers to the right and the bottom just goes straight ahead. Well, Phaedrus, I also have a digital copy of Animal Crossing, so I did re-download that, but I wasn't able to recover my island. And man, I'm gonna admit, that is a daunting process, trying to rebuild my entire island from the very beginning. So I don't know if I'm really gonna continue on with that one. Like, I loved it when I first did it, but man, I put so much work into it just to lose it all. You know what? We're just gonna jump. Besides, what if we get picked up by the cops and I gotta come to a stop and they get all angry? But Crouton, have you been enjoying it?
Quantum drive is now off.
Game I did, but I let it lapse since I didn't have a Switch for the time. And it did not back up to that. It backed up my save for, I think, Katamari, but it's probably the one thing I didn't need saved. Hey, fishing is fun. I really enjoy Blathers, the museum curator. Takes all your fish, tells you about them. Also takes your bugs, tells you about them. Doesn't want to. I appreciate how much he hates bugs, but still takes them. And Sirius, you are welcome to abuse it, man. I've been hitting up Picker's Field for about 2 hours now. Haven't seen a single soul. And of the 21 people on my server, one is a definite newbie who is still learning the game. So that's at least one person who's not going to bother you. I wish I could have gotten in on some of that Space Tomato pirate action. But Phaedrus, that's what makes it fun. He's just so abhorred by them. I also went down the rabbit hole of looking up the custom Joy-Cons for Switch, like replacing the cases with the nice, fun ones. And now I gotta get a case for the thing. I will say, though, it's been really nice going back to a traditional console. Like, for all that PC gaming has as far as power and the types of games you can play, it's nice to just be able to cuddle up or sit on the couch and just play like a traditional console. Oh no, Adam, he's doing pirating right now. I wanted to try to avoid or fight back, you know, do the whole cat and mouse. Yeah, see, Crouton, like, I saw, there was some see-through purple Joy-Cons for sale. On some website I was looking at. Man, they gave me the giant reclaimer hanger again. Come on. We can go sideways into this. You know what? You know what? Hold on. We're gonna try to have some fun. We... Oh man, I was gonna try to slide in, but no dice. Oh well. Should have got a further back start, lower to the ground. Yeah, Adam, no boom. And Crouton, that's fair. Like, I don't mind messing with it, but, it is nicer when you don't have to mess with it. I looked at replacing the shell for the Switch, but, I assume that, 1, voids the warranty, and, 2, the tutorial video was like a solid hour, with lots and lots of parts.
Want your company to be in good company? Our corp's unique vertically integrated corporate parks offer amenities such as resource
Welcome
sharing and
to the
logistics
ASOP
sharing for
vehicle
our
retrieval
customers.
system.
Inquire today to learn how you
Which,
can invest in making
if anything, I might just buy some of those fancy custom Joy-Cons later. Because that way I've got 2 sets. Yeah, Lonix, like, it's just, there's a lot going on there. Like, my main complaint is I hate the back of it. I ended up getting the OLED one, because the OLEDs are nice. And, the kickstand for it goes across the entire back, and it's that awful matte metal feeling, and I hate touching it with my fingers. Like, if I could get a replacement for that, like the glossy, smooth metal style.
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
Honestly, Phaedrus, both. I love to play handheld because I can just take it with me. But I do plug it into the TV and use it like that at times. Like, I am really a huge fan of being able to take it, you know, both to the TV and whatnot. Because the first one I had was the Switch Lite. And that only has one method of play. This is a much larger screen. The screen is beautiful. And, but plugging it into the TV is nice, because then I can use that, that controller attachment that comes with it. Wait, Phaedrus, why do you have multiple docks?
Now arriving.
I mean, it's appreciated, but right now I think my dock's doing fine. Or is it just so you can have spares to take with you if you're going somewhere? Oh yeah, Lonix, how is it? Being a dad and all that. Yeah, man, you're coming up on 1 year old now, aren't you? So how's sleep? How's sleep going? I assume you're getting sleep. Yeah, plus travel. Yeah, I've only got one TV. Honestly, it's the first time I've had a TV in like the last 10 years? Maybe less than 10. Yeah, probably less than 10. Probably 7. Most of the time, I was watching things on my computer, or just didn't really have a use for a TV. Ah, that's fair, Lonix. Well, I hope it's been good so far. When do they start, you know, walking and stuff? Or talking? Like, does she say things yet? Hold on. I think you told me her name. What was it? Rosalind? Rose? I want to say Rosalind. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lonix. I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was Rosalind. Hey, Sibo! Oh, it is. It is. It is nice and surprisingly toasty. It's actually warm today. I mean, like, you know, we still got all the snow on the ground, but let me see what the temperature is. It is 37. It's above freezing. That is 3 degrees for my Celsius friends. Now, it's going to freeze again tonight, so there'll all be ice, but... Rosie. I mean, Lonix, that's fair. Like, I don't know when my milestones were as a baby, but I doubt I developed particularly fast, you know? Hey, I mean, uh-oh is just funny, though. Like... I mean, there were entire TikTok fads around that whole "Oh No" song. So, I can't blame her. She's already looking for an audience. I mean, you know, Adam, I get it for, like, you know, watching shows. Especially if you're not the only one watching. What do we do? Do we do one more run? Yeah, see, Phaedrus, that one works. I just, once I get away from any of those two numbers, I tend to falter. Now, I know negative 40, because it's the same no matter what. Oh, Granulous, that's been here ever since I got here. And you gotta do it just right to be able to land there. You know, Stout, I have no idea how big this one is. It's the biggest I've ever had. Like, when I lived in Texarkana, I had a 40-inch TV. And that was huge to me. I remember playing Battlefield 3 on that, thinking about it, how amazing it looked. Oh, Adam, I'm good. Most of the things I watch these days are on Laserdisc or the internet already. You know, James, I saw that. Didn't they just show that off at, Electronics Expo or whatever?
You are clear to launch.
Alright, one more run. I guess I should be slightly more aware now that I no longer have Biker to watch my back. Man, I do like my laser discs.
Thank you, and please visit again.
I mean, Sirius, you're welcome to come along, but so far it's been quiet. Yeah, Adam, like, I've watched a lot of people play, like, Call of Duty and whatnot, and it just feels like crackheads playing laser tag with the amount of fast-paced speed and everything else going on. Hey, it's dark. Avernus. Avernus. We'll send him 2 million. That way he's got enough to kit it and buy himself a hot dog. Oh yeah, Phaedrus, that too. And yeah, Sirius, will do. Sirius, I'm gonna assume that you are Scepter, not Sirius _2. Oh, hey, look who it is! Matadors that I might actually run into some friction. That could be fun. Welcome back, Raymond. No worries, Sirius. See, Adam, I finally had some piracy today.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
Alright, Pickers, where are you? There you are. Nope, come back. There we go. I also feel bad, because, like, okay. I know salvage right now, like, ERT salvage, is making anywhere from, like, 10 to 45 million a run, depending on what you get. But, like, even with this RMC run, I'm essentially profiting the price of a cutlass every time I run. Well, you know, maybe not in a Caterpillar, but... I'd like to see a lot of these prices detuned.
Quantum drive is now off.
Whoa. What happened, Frames? Alright, now we're back.
Landing gear down.
Oh, headset's coming apart again. That's what I should have replaced, but... I'll just glue it back. Ethan, what do you mean, similarly sized port? Good docking board, or...? Well, you know, it actually does have a dock on top. It's that little circular hatch right there. They've just moved away from vertical hatches, so we'll have to see what ends up actually happening. Like, there's an EVA hatch and everything. It just doesn't work. Yeah, no, Simple, that's probably the best thing to do, man. I've just been getting lucky, and there's a chance that I don't get lucky here now. Stout SMO18 to pick it up. Failing that, SCD1 on Daymar. Best place to sell it would be Area 18. They pay the most for it. I love that frames just die right here.
Landing complete.
Alright, how close are... Whoa. Yeah, maybe back up a little bit.
Launch complete. Landing.
Maybe a little bit more.
Launch complete.
But you know, Ethan, it's actually supposed to be able to do that. Basically, you detach from the schnoz, and you pick up a, another one. While that one's unloading. Let's just make sure I'm gonna be able to.
Launch complete. Landing. Launch complete. Landing.
There we go.
Engines offline.
Yeah, in fact, where is it? Where is it? EVA access. Yeah, right here. I probably should have closed all the gates, but whatever. It'd be really nice to see something actually happen out here. See, usually I would fake the buying, back off the terminal, see if I get shot, then get on the terminal again. But nothing's been happening. It makes me so sad. I mean, Raymond Medical would be nice. Salvage, a little salvage module would be cute. I mean, Adam, I do sometimes, but you gotta explore a bit more, because usually they like to wind up in one building. Which is probably why we're taking an FPS hit. Hey, guitars! You know, Phaedrus, my god, I think it is. Maybe something will happen. A boy can dream. Yeah, guitar is not for too much longer. So empty. I mean, look at this radar. Nobody around. We'll make a direct jump, even though I shouldn't. Just to see. Yeah, Guitars, that's him. He has to change his accounts a lot because YouTube doesn't like sending his messages for some reason. Come on, almost there. Nothing. Nothing. No, no interdiction. No. Man, people talk about pirates. Pirates are ruining the game and whatnot, and I want to see more pirates. Remember that day we saw like 2 or 3 different pirate hits? That was a good day. I enjoyed that day. Like, I know that sounds silly. And ideally, I should not want to encounter Spice. But I wanna. It's fun. I enjoy it. Yeah, Tam, Pirate's good. Murder Hobo's boring. But at this point, even I'll take 1 or 2 of those if I got to. Because otherwise, it's just A to B. I'm hoping to see some action every now and then, while delivering cargo efficiently. And if I can't, F it. Sorry, that's as much as I can do. Probably like, gee, Jack, I think you could do better. Okay, now I'm done. Now I'm done. Now I'm done. Thank you, Tam.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Are they gonna put me in the big hangar again? No? Okay, good. Yeah, Alberto, I'm done. I'm sorry. That was a dad-level joke. I make too many of those. I mean, no, Raymond, that's fair. A lot of people do, and I'm not knocking that. Just, you know, if you happen to get pirates, send them my way. I like the action. I like the drama, the negotiations.
You are leaving a safe zone. Warning, you are leaving a safe zone.
Didn't think that was gonna fit for a moment.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Let's leave that down. Go make our final sale. And be done for the day. Then have some din-dins. This evening, play some Pokemon.
Our Corp is proud to bring the universe closer together. Our Corp, investing in tomorrow's future.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
I gotta go find me a Clobopus. Man, what a Pokemon. What a name.
Please visit.
Also, found out that you can transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Home to Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet since I'm
For the
playing
latest
Shield.
travel information,
Gonna transfer over a bunch of my
convenient
Pokemon Go Pokemon. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Tell you what, Raymond. When's your birthday again, man? I know we celebrated not too long ago.
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear.
Might have to look at getting you a Pokemon. So I don't know if you would enjoy it. But I think it'd be a nice fair shake. Probably one of the Sword or Shields, like, just so you can have British Pokemon. Okay, so a few months. Got a few months. Come on, butts. Yeah, Raymond, it's been parked there all day. Someone snuck it in.
Now arriving.
You know what? I could probably... There we go. Check like this. I don't think I've got any Citadel, but... It's a lot of backpacks. Why did I buy so many backpacks? Reserve. Why is Citadel so hard to get a hold of now? Like I'm just going through my helmets. Yeah, I don't think I've got any of those. Does this just loop back around eventually? It's like how these are in no particular order. Overlord. That's... nope, nope, nope. I'm looking for Citadel. Citadel. Okay, it is not. Terry, there's a few more now, but I don't know if I'd call them discoverable. Seems like you can jump to them. Yeah, James, search would be nice.
Got a cargo hold filled with odds and ends? Swing on by Duffy's depot. Take it off your lap.
Simple, did you? Let me set it to arms right quick. Categories. Armor. Arms. I shouldn't have that many. No, you're right. You're right, I do. Why are frames so bad? Hooray! Simple, I appreciate that. Alright, go to Grim. Would rather log out there anyway. Get Aventador some arms.
Remember, we're all taking this journey together. Stand clear of the doors.
Oh, my frames are getting hit so hard suddenly. See, Simple, sometimes when I'm going through lists like that, I forget the original thing I was looking for, and I do the whole, like, yeah, I'll know it when I see it, and clearly I didn't. Good eye catching it. Shouldn't take too long. What do you guys think? 10 minutes? 15, maybe? Fly the caterpillar over. Dock, find the arms.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Sharing and logistical pairing for our rental partners. Inquire today to learn how you can
Vehicles,
invest
your
in
vehicle
these
has please visit us.
Hangar 7. Oh, 20. It shouldn't take 20, right? Okay, it's 5:06 right now. See how long it takes us to get there. Get squared away. I'm hoping, anyway. Nothing should waylay us. You know, Knockanox, I did when they first introduced it, and it was fun. But one of my issues is that I cannot drive a ground vehicle for the life of me. So it's not something I do a lot of. Eighth gun. I'm trying to think. Simple, what is the 8th gun? Like, what's it in its place? Like, you're not swapping the turrets or anything, right?
Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Simple, I'll take a look at mine once I get to Grim Hex, and you can tell me if it's the same or if it's different. Front left pilot. Simple, have you flown it? It might need to either be claimed or might need to physically equip something to it. Like, Simple, you could always try unlocking the ports and then manually attaching it. You know, with a tractor beam. Raymond, the one at Orison. Yeah, if you can get a physical copy of the gun that you want there, you can manually swap it, and then go into Mobiglass, put something else on in a different slot or whatever, and save it, and it'll lock that in. That's probably the best way to do that. One day they'll fix those aggressive LODs. One day. getting a lot of frame rate stutter. Yeah, because I don't even think I can look at my F8 unless I'm local. Yeah. So yeah, so let me touch down simple, and I'll have a look-see. Hopefully it will, simple. We'll find out in about 5 minutes if I've got the same thing or not. You know what I miss? It's just going to the regular outposts and just filching all of the equipment. I haven't really had that with the RMC outposts.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright, popped OM1. You know, Phaedrus, I should. We should do some Laranite and Beryl and whatnot tomorrow. Hey, simple. I don't know what the timeline was, but between you melting the F8 and rebuying it, did you log out of the launcher? I know it's a dumb question, but if you were still logged into the launcher during that, it would not have actually reset the F8. Because it only pulls your account upon login. Like, if you keep the launcher logged in and melt all your ships, if you hit play, all the ships will still be there. Okay, a few weeks. Okay, okay. Well, never mind that line of thought then. I mean, Phaedrus, that sounds about right. I mean, it never really stopped. It's just... Yeah, like once 3.6 became a thing, man, people went all over for Laranite.
Landing gear down.
No, that'd be 39. Or 49. Yeah, 49. So I guess that'd make you a 49er.
Landing.
All right. I mean, serious, I've checked out a few a couple of weeks back. And they were fun, just not much to do at them. For now, anyway. Oh yeah, simple. I remember that. Did they ever fix that? I just always power off anyway to be safe. Oh, thank you, Raymond. I could have put it back just a little bit further. Ah, well. All right. Let me store this.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit.
Look at the F8. Actually, I think I've got to spawn the F8.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit.
So let me see what I've got going on with mine. We talking about these with a gimbal mount? Because if so simple, I know that it has permanent gimbals. Like these badgers under the, I think it's these badgers. Yeah. These right here by the pilot. I know that these are permanent. You cannot get rid of these gimbals, so you could only put size 2s there. So, if that's what you're running into, these two grayed out locations, yeah, those are perma gimbals. Everything else, well, you know, turret notwithstanding. Well, Adam, I just delivered it for the first time. But yeah, those are perma-gimbaled. You cannot swap those. That's why those are gray. So you have to, because, you know, those are the actual slot, and then those are attached to the gimbal slot. Make sure I didn't miss any messages there. Okay. Second gun on the turrets, huh? Let me take a look at turret gun. Because if that's the case, yeah, you might just have to do it with a port system. Or if, God forbid, you remove the turret by chance. Because if it was that one, where it shows that it's highlighting, Yeah, you'd probably have to do a manual with tractor beam, which is easy enough to do. Yeah, I'm sorry, Simple. I guess I'd have to see it for myself. Which, we did make it here in under 20. Might take 20 for us to do this deal. Weapon slot 4, second gun. Will you even tell me weapon slots with them equipped? Okay, weapon slot 4, second gun. Yeah, that would be turret. Have you tried unequipping the turret and then re-equipping the turret? Which, that might mess up your turret. I don't know. But that's the only thing I can think of. Snossums, what do you mean? Like, when I stream, or just like, when's the best time to stream, or what? Ah, fair enough, Snossums. I don't know if there's a particular time. I mean, even then, like, as far as streaming, if you're looking for a big audience, man, I'm not really sure. I'm not actually that great of a streamer. I just kind of do it for fun. But getting a big audience, I don't know if Twitch would be easier or harder, because you have more people you're competing with on Twitch, but you got a bigger audience also. At the same time, it's kind of a niche game. I mean, if you're getting in with YouTube, I would say give it a go. I mean, a lot of people like to do different games. I'll do different games from every now and then. But, you know, I don't know if there's a particular timetable, because believe me, you got people in Europe that like to watch. You got people in, like, Australia, New Zealand that like to watch. So it really just depends on when you stream, I guess. Slowly collecting these arms. All right. See, that was under arms. Oh, I got too many arms. There we go. Oh, man, you didn't have to do that. You know, Snossums, I have no idea. Because, like, I started with videos. I would say your best bet, and this is just me talking out of my back end, if you can, make a few videos, you know, get a few subscribers and whatnot, and then plunge into the streaming. I mean, if you do the streaming, you're gonna get a couple of people no matter what, I'd say. But, yeah, I would say just go at it. Because here's the thing. Honestly, your first several streams, they're gonna suck, no matter what. And that's not, like, on any one particular person. Unless you got thousands of dollars to just drop into it. Like, it's just gonna be bad. And that's how it goes. Like, my first several streams, honestly, probably my streams these days, still kind of suck. But, oh, actually, I gotta reset my spawn to here. But anyway, and best thing you can do is just do them. Like, don't wait until, like, you have some super cool refined setup or emotes or transitions or whatever. Just do it, learn from it, get better with it. And, I mean, honestly, the biggest thing is to have fun. Don't focus on getting more subs or followers or what have you. Don't focus on bringing in the riches. Focus on having fun with it. And appreciate the people that show up. Because, like, believe me, without the people here, I'd be nobody. I wouldn't be doing this. Like Adam and Simple and Sirius and Phaedrus and Granulus and everybody else, Knocky Knox, James, Jim, Tam. Raymond and all the other people that, oh, hello, but I haven't named, because otherwise I'm going to be here forever. They make this what it is, so just enjoy the people that show up. Be nice to them, value them. Well, you'll be doing all right. I don't know if you'll make thousands or whatever, but as long as you're enjoying yourself, then you're doing everything right, so. All right. I myself have to dip, though, so. You guys enjoy yourself. Thank you so much for hanging out and spending time with me today. I'm gonna go get some dinner, so you guys enjoy yourself. Have some water. Stay hydrated. Be nice to yourself. Hey, I love you guys, serious. And yeah, guitars, go for it, man. And you guys enjoy yourselves. I will, Joe. You take care of yourself, man. And we'll continue this tomorrow. Yeah, you know, call your parents. Say hi to them. Just call them to call them. As long as you got a good relationship with them, you know? Yeah, what Raymond said. People can see through the BS. If you're just trying to collect people or what have you, or, you know, get so many followers, like, you know, make it a goal. But don't forget that those followers are actual people. They got opinions, they got feelings, and they can tell when you're just trying to make big number go up. But guys, have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. And we'll do some more stuff tomorrow. Yeah, guitars. Maybe I should reach out to my own mom. It's been a while since I've talked to her, so. You guys have a good night. Until next time, keep on trucking. Have a good one, guys.